Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome back to another speed building video, and yeah, this time it's an old town bridal shop and cafe, bakery, and photography studio. Because if you know me, I like to make my community lots as useful as possible, so by that I mean making them able to be multiple functioning lots. So yeah, this right here, what I'm getting started on, I was basing the structure of it off of the building behind it that's in that more reddish, I guess it's more to the back right of it, but it's a more reddish Tudor framed, orangey wood framed, but this one's more whites and grays and stuff, a little bit more, I don't know, I just like that kind of Tudor color when it's more light colored. I think it's really pretty. So yeah, this is going to be the bridal boutique, so it's going to have things for, you know, your bridesmaids, your grooms, your groomsmen, flower girls, ring bearers, and a place for your bride to try on dresses, put on her makeup, you know, check herself out in the mirror, as you saw in the beginning. Yeah, it looks super cute. And then next door to it, I built a bakery slash cafe where you could go and, I don't know, probably get your cake for your wedding, I was thinking. Yeah, I thought that would be pretty cool to have. It's like a kitchen, so I don't know exactly how you would do it, but I mean, you could just pretend that you hired somebody and just bake it yourself, or like, I don't know, sometimes I'll just I'll just move somebody into my household and pretend that I hired them for the day, and like have them take pictures, and like I just put a camera in their inventory and just max up their skills so they take good pictures. And maybe you could do that for baking too. Max up their cooking skill, and then they could bake a cake, and you'd be like, oh, I hired a caterer, and like, yeah, just take from them and put it in your inventory and have for your wedding. I don't know. I think that would work pretty well. And yeah, so you can run this as a cafe or a retail lot. I think I'm gonna upload this as a retail lot because I think it's just gonna be a little bit more useful that way. Because you can just hire a barista, and they'll tend to the, you know, the coffee bar, and you can still run your store. So I think it should be fine, yeah, doing that. I think that's the way I'm going to do it, so you can obviously change that if that's something that you want to have it, but yeah, so okay, so there are a number of things that got me wanting to do this build. I actually had an idea to build a bridal store in the fashion district of San Myshuno and do kind of like an upscale bridal place, which I still might do someday, but I had forgotten that I had that idea because I am not very smart and don't write many things down, and when I do, it's like scribbled on some piece of paper that I threw in my backpack. So I was watching Simmer Kitten do her cool like machinima that she just did not too long ago, and it's really great. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm sure you have. It's really good, but if you haven't, definitely go check it out. She did a really good job. But anyway, she had a scene of a bride in a bridal shop in her machinima. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I wanted to build one of those. I should build one in San Myshuno and make it really nice. And then I was watching Peach Plays. I think that's her name. Is it a her or is it? I assume it's a girl. They don't talk on their videos though, so I'm not exactly sure. But they did a little bakery, kind of French bistro bakery in Windenburg in this downtown area. And then that reminded me of this picture that I saw on Tumblr forever ago of somebody who built like this old town square, and they kind of did a strip mall of these little Tudor style stores one after another, and they filled all of the little lots in this area like that. And I was like, oh, I remember liking that a lot and thinking that was super cute. So yeah, I took all of those ideas and mashed them into this lot. It looks most like the Tumblr post, but it has a bridal store like Simmer Kittens, and then it has a bakery slash cafe like Peach Place. I don't know, I just took all of them and mashed it into something that I thought would be useful in my game, and hopefully you guys will like it as well. I think it's super cute, and I had a lot of fun playtesting it and making sure the Sims could, you know, try on the dresses and take their photos and stuff. Oh, something I did that I just remembered. Okay, so I did not plan on doing this, but as I was playtesting it, then I decided that it would be a good idea. So what I did was I had a Sim take a bunch of pictures of all these different Sims dressed up in wedding clothes, and I put them like all over the photography studio and all over the bridal boutique. So you won't see that on film, but definitely check those out in screenshots. They look so so good. I am so glad I spent the extra time because I was having a hard time finding artwork. I felt like it was a little bit repetitive, at least in the bridal shop. So yeah, I'm so excited. I think it looks so good. So definitely watch the screenshots. And yeah, I think they're at about 29 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that is when they start. So yeah, this is a long speed build, but I did, I tried to not cut out too much. The thing that I cut out the most was me scrolling through the menu and the debug. So if you just see it like randomly skip and I'm pretty much haven't gone any farther, it's just because I was like scrolling through the objects and the items and just trying to figure out what I want to place. So I just spent a lot of time doing, finding things that I thought made a lot of sense and things that I wanted to use. So I also used some debug items. And another thing the thing that I cut out the most though was the third building. It for some reason the footage of it was really laggy. Like I built this over a few different sessions and the video footage of just that one particular building was quite laggy. So I kept in what I thought was like the most important parts, but basically it's structured a lot like the first building. So if you're curious like how I built it, you can see it all in the first building because it's just like that one, except for it's a 2-story and the roofing's a little bit different, but I included the roofing. I mean, it's like a slight difference. It's basically the same roofing. But yeah, I think it turned out really cute and I think it blends into the world really nicely. And yeah, I kind of was just looking at the buildings behind it, how they are kind of built, and then yeah, just took my own spin on it. This little bakery right here has these super modern windows on the bottom that I thought was kind of a nice touch because it's Windenburg. It's an old town, but it's not old anymore, so it's like modernized Windenburg. So what I've been thinking, okay, so since I'm rebuilding, just to it's not really jumping subjects, but my train of thought brought me to thinking about this. So I'm kind of thinking about making this town square area older style, more Tudor style, more kind of European looking, and then making the downtown area by the water, like more the boardwalk waterfront area, more modern style build. So yeah, let me know if you guys think that's a good idea, but I think that would be a good way to incorporate modern style in this old town, or in the old style that Windenburg has, and still keep kind of true to that. I think it'd be really good. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I think the thing that I struggled most with this one was trying to figure out what colors to go with for the awnings. I think going with black awnings. Yeah, black and white awnings in the end, even though like the timber framing is brown. I don't know, I just thought it looked nice and I had a hard time matching some of the reds. You'll see me struggle with it a little bit, but yeah, most of my fussing about I just cut out because otherwise I think when I put everything in, this was a 50-minute video, so yeah, I cut out 20 minutes of footage. Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't want to split up in 2 parts. It's not like this overwhelming, like if it was not some overwhelming massive build that needs to be split up into 2 parts. It just took me a long time because I was very indecisive and took a lot of time, I don't know, just thinking of how I wanted it to look. And yeah, I think it was about 5 hours of footage. Yeah, and I sped it up about 6 times. I tried speeding it up to 8 times, but it's a little bit too just too messy. I think being sped up that fast was a little bit too confusing because these Windenburg lots do make you jump around a lot. Sometimes if I'm on the back of the building, I'll get shot up to the sky. And I think I avoided it pretty well. Like, for the most part, I avoided it. But every once in a while, I think you might be able to tell that it shoots up. But when it's sped up really fast, I don't know, I feel like the camera jostles around a lot more than when it's not as sped up. You know what I mean? In this area, I was going to build an actual wedding, like kind of garden, an outside wedding area, so if you wanted to get married on the spot you could, but yeah, I messed around with it a little bit and just couldn't really get it to work the way I wanted it to. It was a little bit too cramped, and yeah, I think I'll have to just do a separate wedding venue build. And so I end up building another piece onto the wedding, what is it called? What did I call it? The boutique? Yeah, I just ended up adding onto that a little bit more, and I think it balances out the whole structure of the build. Like when you're standing away from it, like, or not standing away, but when you have the camera view farther away, it's like more pleasing, it's more balanced out once I add the addition onto it. So yeah, oh my goodness, my voice is so scratchy. I have been up a long time though. We fell asleep at like 7 o'clock, so I woke up at like 3:30 in the morning and just kind of been up since then. It's 9:30 p.m. now, so I guess I'm getting tired because my voice is so scratchy. But yeah, we fell asleep with the TV on, and my husband's been so into woodworking. He's building me a coffee table. He just got this new woodworking bench. He spent all this money on all these new tools that he's so excited about. But yeah, I'm just waiting on my furniture. And so he's been watching all these videos on YouTube, just kind of learning different techniques and how to use different tools, and I don't know, you know, just for ideas and things. And so we fell asleep with that on, and then I got woken up in the middle of the night, and there was some guy. It must have just been on like autoplay, because it was like, you know, it was a working YouTube video, you know, kind of tutorial thing. But it was basically some guy advertising his plumbing business, and he broke somebody's pipe in their basement. I don't think he was supposed to be recording in their basement, because he was like whispering over the video, and it was like, there's no way I would have watched the whole thing, but it was, I mean, otherwise it was so interesting that I had to watch the whole thing, because I was just like, what is he doing? And then he pulls the broken pipe out and then puts the camera angle up so you can see like the name of his truck, like the company logos on there and everything. And I was like, this weird advertisement, just him breaking a pipe, and then I don't know. I mean, it was a rusted out pipe, but you could hear him like mumbling, like cursing under his breath, like he didn't do it the way he had planned on doing it. So I don't think he meant to break it the way he did. I think he meant to remove it, not break it. But yeah, it was just kind of interesting. But yeah, anyway, so back to the build, and not about me waking up at 3 in the morning, just some creeper in somebody's basement making YouTube videos. But yeah, as you can see, we skipped to the structure of this third building, but like I said, it's really similar to the first building. And yeah, so that's how I did that. And the back hedges don't stay. I ended up just changing them to the same fencing that's on the front of the building of the coffee shop. I just felt like the hedges looked a little bit too, I don't know, a little bit too much. They stood out and just didn't really blend in with the whole build. So yeah, I think it made it a little bit more cohesive in the end. And another thing that I jump with in this building is I was having a hard time figuring out which roofing color I wanted to use. So I was trying to match the different Tudor wallpapers, and so I was trying to go with this red theme. You'll see me mess around with it. I was going to go with like this cream and red theme, and it just wasn't working. It looked just a little bit too silly and not so Tudor style, in my opinion. A little bit too I don't really know what it looked like, but I just didn't like it. So I tried to make it work for a while and just couldn't figure it out. And then I tried timber framing that's really similar to the coffee shop, and I think it has the same roofing. And then I was like, no, it's too matchy. So then I don't know, I messed around with it for a long time, so I just cut that out. It just basically is all the same as I do. It just jumps to a black and white timber frame. So you'll see that jump in a little while. But yeah, so I didn't think it was necessary to see me change the colors 1,000 times, because yeah, I was just so indecisive. I couldn't figure it out, and I was having a hard time matching like the fencing with handrails, like the fencing that goes around the porch and then the handrails that go on the stairs. There's like none that match the ones that came with Get Together. I don't know why they didn't give us any that match. There's none of them match. There's none that came with Get Together. None. And then so I was trying to match the colors of ones that we already had or came with different packs, and it's just like I cut the hardest time. I think the only one that was easy to match was the brown one, because browns are pretty easy to match. But yeah, this one was a hard one to match. So I think I ended up going with like this metal fencing in the end. But yeah, I don't know if that's on camera either, because yeah, like I said, I was really indecisive and changed my mind a lot. And there, it's black. Yay! It's black and white. I thought that looks really nice. Man, I can't believe how hoarse my voice is. But yeah, I've been up a long time. I'll probably eat some food, take a shower, and then go to bed, get some sleep, and finish doing my homework for the week, and then enjoy my spring break. I have been doing a little bit of pre-recording for this time. I have some homework, though. The last of the videos that are coming out today and tomorrow have already been recorded for a couple of days, and this one is going to come out on Wednesday. So yeah, once this is out, then I am officially on spring break, and I can enjoy my time doing whatever I want to do. Oh man. So I had mentioned in one of my videos how my professor was taking forever to grade our papers, and she had made some comments how she didn't really like the way I was writing a couple of them, and so I was nervous because I'm like, okay, did I correct it? Because she didn't, return any more work after that, and I was like, okay, did I fix, the issue she was having with my papers? Or at least, yeah, was it 1 or 2 papers? I can't remember. I think it was 2 papers. And yeah, it must be fun because they came back just fine. I don't know. It was weird because she didn't grade for like so long, so I'm like, would she just go somewhere and then rush through the grading? Because to be honest, they weren't my best work and didn't expect to get that decent of grades, and so I was pretty pleased with what she gave me. So I don't know if she really read it. Only one of them actually had feedback. The other one she didn't even say anything on. So I was like, I don't know. Maybe she was like had something going on and couldn't really spend the time to grade it. So, oh well. Oh yeah, as you can see, I did add the addition onto this building and just shrunk the garden a bit. I put like a little seating area and then a fountain in the back, like a wishing well fountain, and then yeah, make this fountain here. Oh, did you see that weird thing? Like you're messing with the apartments in City Living. I don't know why it did that in here. I've been having weird things happen when I'm building on the ground. Like things disappear on the ground all the time, and I've heard some people think that it might be hinting towards terrain tools, because yeah, it's like I'll place things and they'll disappear under the ground, and I don't know, it's just been weird things happening. Oh, and as you may notice, I kind of go into the back buildings a little bit sometimes, and yeah, I apologize for that, but I just couldn't really help it because they kind of suck you in for some reason. And I use these debug trees from City Living. I thought that they looked really nice because they're already in little planters. I didn't have to build any on my own, and yeah, I just thought they looked really nice and wanted to use them. And yeah, I put the little wishing well back here. I didn't test to see if your Sims could get to it. I imagine they can get to it. I didn't put too much around it, just some flowers around it. So I imagine they can get to it. I kind of was thinking maybe if they're, I don't know, if you are wanting to get married and aren't getting married, you come here and you try on dresses. Cause you ever seen that episode of Friends where Monica and Rachel and Phoebe are all dressed in wedding dresses? I think that's funny. So maybe somebody comes here and they're just wanting to try on wedding dresses and they want to wish into the well about their fortune or something. I'm not really sure if you can do that. I haven't played with the wishing well too much. I know you can like wish for money and skills and things, but can you ask it fortunes? I don't know. You probably can't, but I thought it looks cute anyhow, even if it doesn't get used. And but yeah, it's just adding some little candles and things, and then I think we are almost onto the interior of the bridal shop. Yeah, here we go. So, oh, and one thing, I don't know how I didn't notice this. I didn't notice this until I put the footage into my game, or into my editing software, that front door is green. I thought it was silver the whole time when I was building, and so I do change it to a white color, and it matches a lot better. I don't know how I did not notice that's green, and it really bothers me. I was like, oh yeah, thank goodness I go through and look at everything and play test and check things out. Oh my goodness, can you guys hear that? My cat is smacking something around. Okay, I'm back. I had to go get this, we have one of those things that pulls our screen door open on our back sliding glass door, and the little thing that holds, I don't know, it's just like a decorative piece on the end, always falls off, and our cat gets it and swats it around. So I had to go get that from her because it was really loud on the tile floor in the kitchen. I don't know if you guys could hear it at all. Hopefully not. I don't know. I think this microphone's pretty good about not picking up background noise, but I'm not really sure. But as you can see, this is the entryway to the bridal boutique and the little sitting area. Maybe they're waiting for an appointment, meet with a wedding planner or somebody who's going to help them pick out their dress. Just thought it was kind of cute. Not really super practical, just looks nice. Little sitting area. And yeah, I love the bridal boutique. It turns out so cute. Like the rest of the buildings aren't as cute because they're just more normal looking. Like they're not as fancy, and this place is kind of fancy and I really like it. I think it looks really nice. And yeah, I go with these fancy paintings. I think I keep these ones in the end, but throughout the rest of the bridal shop I add more just wedding photos and things, like advertising their dresses is what I assumed, or advertising the photography studio down the road, or just in the building over. And then obviously in the photography studio they're advertising their pictures for their photography. So I think that was a really cute idea. I hope you guys like that. I thought it was so much fun. But yeah, and then I put a little cart right here, and then add those drinks from Spa Day. I thought maybe you sit and try on your dress, have a mimosa or something, even though I don't think they're supposed to be alcoholic drinks. I think they're just, I don't know what they are actually. They're just fizzy drinks. So I'm going to pretend they're like mimosas or champagne or something that you have while you're trying on your wedding dresses and shopping with your friends. And I put little Kleenexes because it's a big day. You might cry a little bit. That was one thing I really wanted when I was trying on wedding dresses. I'm like, I'm not getting one until somebody cries. Such a brat. But I mean, the dress that I ended up getting, both my mom and my mother-in-law cried. So as soon as they were crying, I'm like, yep, they like it. So that's what I went with. Oh man, trying on wedding dresses is quite the experience. Like, I don't think the girl that was helping me really cared. I don't know. I think she was probably just tired. Maybe she worked all day or something. I mean, we went like in the early evening, so it wasn't like late in the day, but maybe she'd been there all day. But I don't like tulle, like those ballerina skirt dresses. I don't like it. I don't like it when it's under the skirt. It's really itchy on your legs, and I'm not going to wear a bunch of tights and things so I can protect my legs from just an itchy, puffy skirt. And so I told her that. I was like, I like lace, and I like more simple, and I described a few things that I liked and what I was looking for in a dress, and she's like, okay, you should try on, this, and this. And I was like, I just absolutely don't like tulle. And she had me try on one dress with a little bit of tulle, and she's like, just try it on, because you never know. Sometimes brides will think that they have an idea of something in their head and end up liking something different. So I'm like, okay, tried it on. I was like, nope, don't like it. It's itchy on my legs. And then she brought out this an entire tulle dress, like the whole thing from neck to toe was made out of tulle. Was it a joke? It was not. I didn't even try it on. It was not cute. It was the ugliest wedding dress I have ever seen. Like, if you like tulle, I'm sorry. I am not a fan, especially of an entire tulle dress. And yeah, I tried on a couple other ones. I tried on some of those mermaid dresses that are like really tight on your knees, and I wasn't having any of that. You kind of walk really weird with your feet all close together, and then I couldn't even like take my feet out of my shoes that I was trying on. It was just such a mess. So yeah, I ended up going with a more flowy kind of summery dress, because we got married in July, so it was gonna be hot, and I was like, I don't want a big heavy dress. I don't want it to be too tight. And so yeah, I got a more dress. Looked kind of like a dress that you probably wear to a beach wedding. I mean, it had a pretty long train, but the bustle was I don't know. It helped it. But anyway, so if you guys know about wedding dresses, then yeah, you understand what I'm talking about. If not, you probably don't care. But yeah, anyway, so I'm just putting out some mannequins. There's 2 male adult mannequins down here, 2 male children, 2 female children, and then another 2 adult females, and then there's 2 females upstairs where the wedding dresses are going to be. I don't know, I think it was actually the perfect amount, because then there's bridesmaids, flower girls, ring bearers, and then there's like the groomsmen and groom. And like, you don't need a whole separate changing area for the groom, because I mean, that's not it. I mean, at least traditionally, that's not that big of a deal to go pick out your tux as a man. I mean, for some it may be, but I mean, like in my experience, we just rented them, and most of weddings that I've known or been to, they just rent them as well. But these are the bathrooms that are in the bridal boutique. They're just pretty simple, clean bathrooms. They do have a shower in them, just because they're pretty big, and I was like, well, why not? If I have the space, throw in a shower in case your Sims get stinky and you want to be here for a longer period of time. Then yeah, they can clean up really easily. There's nowhere to sleep though. I mean, they could always take on a nap on a couch or something, but yeah, nowhere to sleep. But this building has a 3rd floor that I didn't use. I did put flooring and wallpaper up there, but I didn't put any stairs to up there. So if you did want to actually own this lot and be like a bridal consultant, that might be pretty fun. And you could like run the bakery and sell wedding cakes. Oh, how cute would that be? But you would want to add a staircase up to the 3rd floor. So yeah, it has flooring and wallpaper. It just has no rooms and no stairs. But yeah, it's definitely there. So that would be pretty useful. But this is the bridal area, and I do dress all the mannequins. So in the screenshots, you'll see that the mannequins are dressed. And this is the changing room, and then there's also a makeup room as well. So, and I shoved this vanity into the wall, and it still works. Isn't that so cool? I don't know. I just thought that looked a lot nicer with the vintage glamour, like full-length mirrors. And yeah, it still works shoved into the wall like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, I really like the bridal area. It's like the best. I think it's so pretty, and I think it turns out really nice in the end. So yeah. I like it a lot, and I hope you guys do too. I mean, I just love community lots so much, and I think you guys know that. Like, I've been thinking about making a separate playlist for my community lots because I have so many of them. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think I should do that? I don't know. Maybe I should. But anyways, I just like them, and I can't wait to do more community lots. And I have some good ideas. I've gotten good ideas from some of you guys who watch my channel for things that I should do. So yeah, have them written down, and hopefully we'll have time to do them. But like I said, I am finishing up my homework for the week and then enjoying my spring break, and this is how I'm going to enjoy my spring break. I might hang out with some friends on the weekend, but other than that, I'm gonna veg around and I'm gonna build, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. But this is the cafe and little bakery area. I put the little bakery things right against the wall right here. I think you can still restock them, because I think you just drag them in there, right? The sim doesn't have to go behind them to restock them. I'm not really sure how they work. So if they don't work, you might have to move them or do some rearranging with this building. But if not, they're just for looks. There is a little barista bar right here, and I did forget to add the actual like grinding machine and the espresso machine. Like, I guess I just got distracted, but I do add them in the screenshots. So yeah, sorry about that. There's a lot of things that are new in the screenshots this time than you get to see on the footage, but yeah, it was kind of a mess to edit because yeah, it was just so much footage, and yeah, a little bit of jumping around, and yeah, like I said, that one video was, or that one building was really glitchy for some reason. But yeah, so there's a stove and a refrigerator in here. So like I said, if you needed a wedding cake, you could easily make one for yourself or hire somebody to make it, you know, pretend hire. And a little bit of seating area, but most of the seating is outside for the coffee shop, because yeah, I just thought that was a bit nicer. And then yeah, just adding different things. I should have like undid the debug menu, because when I wasn't needing the debug, it was like clouding up my menu. But I had these old-fashioned cameras because we don't really have anything to add in photography studios. So the last one that I did in what did I call that? I don't remember what I called my museum, my art museum that had a photography studio in it. But yeah, I used the same decorations just because we don't really have anything to add. And so yeah, those are what I add. I add a little seating area, and that room off to the right, or right in front of us, I do put a table in here in just a few moments, but then I decide later on that it'd be better off used as another bathroom. Oh, and the coffee shop, I didn't include that in the footage either, but it has a bathroom upstairs, so you can go upstairs to a bathroom up there. There's 3 stalls and some sinks. It's nothing too fancy, that's why I didn't really mind cutting it out. It's literally just some stalls with toilets in it. But yeah, so this is the concierge, no, what would you call it? The consultation office, where you could go talk with a photographer, maybe you could talk with a wedding planner, and yeah, you could discuss your wedding plans, what kind of cake you like. And yeah, I don't leave this wallpaper, by the way. I do change it. I know it looks bad. I was trying to make it work. I was like, oh, I've never used this before, I should try it. And no, I did not like it at all. I mean, maybe it would look better in like a cute little cottagey house in the blue and white color, but not this brown and white. I don't like it. I don't like it. And then I add a little bar, so you could, you know, the wedding planner could offer you a drink while you are planning out all of your, I don't know, wedding plans. I don't know. I didn't have a wedding planner, so I don't really know how they work. My friend had a wedding planner, and I went to one meeting with her, and it was fancy. Her wedding was fancy, though. Mine wasn't that fancy. But that was a lot of fun. It was in this cute little, like, old cottage house that they had, like, turned into this wedding plan office. They had all this, like, oh, it was the cutest place I've ever seen in my life. It was a lot of fun to go to. But, yeah, like I said, I didn't have a wedding planner, so I don't really know exactly how that works, but that's what I thought this would be. Kind of meet with a photographer, meet with a wedding planner, kind of all in one deal, maybe. I don't know. But this is the entryway with the cash register, because why not put a cash register? And then I think I do a couple of seats, and yeah, nothing too fancy in here. It's not a very fancy place. Maybe I should have made it fancier. I don't know. I didn't imagine it to be a fancy photography studio. It's more just, yeah, a regular photography studio. And where I just hung up those pictures is where I hang up some wedding pictures, and I add some in the office and upstairs as well. So yeah, oh, we're already to screenshots. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think, and thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, hope you guys like this build. So please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.